All right. So it's Saturday, October the 2nd. We are moving through my notes for book two. We are looking at um, what is ostensibly a map of all of the map of the outline, maybe you'd say, a map of the outline of the book. So, what I'm about to do now is put on frequency that goes with what we are hoping to accomplish because I have learned that if you don't set your intention at the beginning of a project, you definitely won't accomplish it. So let's put this in my ear. You won't be able to hear this yet. It's for me. All right, here we go. There we go. So I'm just going to read, and there's a lot to this, so I guess I should go so much to this. So we won't be able to do this in part. This will be part one. This book may be moving to the crown chakra. Now, I'll just stop right there and say every time I write, I center myself first before I start uh, working on anything. It's important for me to be aware of where I am and how I'm feeling and what's moving to me and through me. So I choose, thank you. I choose a particular energy source, energy center, energy um, reservoir in the body. And with the first book, because the book was about identity, I used more root identity, red root chakra. Uh, and so this book is more about freedom, more about choice, more about happiness and adventure. So I'm going to the other extreme, whereas the root chakra is located at the base of the spine, the crown is up here and actually indicates our ability to connect with the ultimate source, the highest power, the highest intelligence, highest consciousness, whatever you want to say, God, right? For lack of a better word. So when I say this book may be moving to the crown chakra, I noticed that in my experimenting between different energy resources in the body, that recently, over the last couple of weeks, it is the crown chakra that has appeared to be more uh, appropriate, I guess, accurate, maybe, better word. The last couple of days, it has felt as the ultimate arc of the book, and that when I say it has felt perfect, I mean the chakra has felt perfect as the appropriate or accurate tendency or highest intention of the book. I go on to say that I like the way it feels. Here's a thesis. There's several theses in here. Several. This book is about statements, but here's the first one. Thesis: you can't outrun yourself. You have to figure out how to be your authentic self in every situation without depending on any event or collaboration or grant or promise from anybody. If nothing changes, if nobody finds out or hears you or reads you, who are you then? This is another statement of what the book is going to be about. How I overcame overwhelming odds to accomplish fantastic things. The focus that comes from believing that you belong exactly where you are and that you are supernaturally gifted to be positioned to fight for right and defend the light in your exact space. Like that sense a lot. That's gonna be the book. And then what do you do when that confidence leaves? Do you have the courage to depart with it? I decided yesterday that I want to revisit the first interview. There was a part in the interview where I say, I never wanted to talk about myself. I never wanted to be in my shoes. I never wanted to walk my path. I never did. And I said that in the first interview. I remembered yesterday that I said that in the first interview. I never wanted this. What I tried to do to escape my path. That's also what the book is about. How I tried to outrun my destiny. And after all, I ended up right back where I started. And then I wanted to use the language from the Monopoly game, uh, do not pass go, do not collect $200. And I noted that I need to listen to one of the Mr. Robot transcripts. This is episode 10 of season 2, which I've already downloaded. I also noted that I wanted to listen to Song Exploder, Song Exploder, Explorer by Aurora Runaway. Then I decided, also yesterday I had a lot of insights, so I guess that's why I'm doing this today. It might be cool to have a dialogical thing going, as if the reader is the sidekick of the protagonist, like on Mr. Robot, and I pose questions that I don't answer and about which I have uncertainty. That I try things out at the beginning and then report back at the end, as if each chapter represents a case to solve, like an episode. My life experience and wisdom are like exhibits, are like the evidence and exhibits, and I make the closing arguments at the end of each chapter, like proceedings in a court case. That could be a fun structure. At least it will help me weigh, measure, and consider. This book is going to be different than the first book. I felt like the first book was very straightforward, everything was a straight line. This book, this conversation is much more cyclical and circular. It's almost like you have to go around in order to go forward. Um, so I feel like the writing process and maybe even the writing presentation needs to reflect that. That's what the whole idea about that court case thing was. Speaking of feeling, I heard Nessun Dorma at the end of the episode, some episode I was watching this weekend, and it felt like it belonged in this arc. Add Watchmen, episode 8, already downloaded. I often feel like I'm walking on water, like there is no manual or guide or book or belief that fully explains how it says if the version keep going of that. Here's another one. These are very small, that's why I'm getting so close to them. This one says, Once you decide you want a good life, the universe will start moving things for you to have it. The people you need will happen. The doors you need open will unblock, but not until you decide. There's intention again. Once you truly, sincerely decide, miracles will happen. I love that. I found that to be true. Here's the next one. What was meant to kill you birthed an entirely new you. I love that. And oh my God, how true is that for me? Here's the last one for this section. Address your trauma or it will dress you. Walk into your greatness. Those are all so amazing. It's going to be a fun book. That was the other thing I decided recently. Originally, when I first started thinking about this book, it was all about the weight of the questions that were implicated in the adventure of life got so weird and crazy and analytical that it pulled me. It was like being in the ocean. And so I think I finally come back around, back to itself. But that's why I think it's important to take the time you need to write, because if you write too early, you'll write a tangent we sing. Our voices are like keys that have the ability to unlock pain and even lock away pain and other emotions or moments. Whatever you all do, keep singing. Let the story be told. Use your key. I didn't hold the last long enough. Perhaps there's more to be told, more to be unlocked, and even more to be locked away. I don't remember where this came from. Somebody posted this. Here's a song. What's the name of the song? It just says song. Oh, Great Adventure. Yeah. So that was the song that I used to love back when I was in college. I think I used to listen to it every morning as an inspiration to try to keep me looking at my day through the lens of adventure and not adversity. Here's a meme that I want to create. You cannot afford, oh, actually, maybe a meme that I saw. You cannot afford to get distracted in this season. In seasons past, I've accepted the worldview that it's all war, but maybe it's all peace. I wrote this. The same training that the police need, we need. De escalation. Love that too. Fresh air, socialized to respond to the vulnerability of white women. I got this from the Fresh Air episode about Brawley. Is her name Brawley? Unleashed. Is there a book Unleashed that just came out? The founder of the Me Too movement. Maybe Unbound. I think it's Unbound. All right, let me look that up. Tarana Burke. Unbound. It is Unbound. Okay. I think she's right. I think we all have a white woman inside us. Your inner Karen. Positioning, win the game before the first snap. I remember that. That I got that from ESPN. Cancel your own culture. Be true to you. Oh yeah, this was while I was at the gym this week. Use whatever belief system or mythology that serves your intention in the moment. Don't lose yourself trying to be loyal to a system that was not created with you in mind. I wrote that. All right, I think we've got so much going on in this first video. I'm going to stop it and start again with page 2. Give me a second to stop this.